We're back on another Mega Dinosaurs review. Today we're going to be reviewing Spinosaurus versus Allosaurus. Enjoy.
Spinosaurus versus Allosaurus.
As I said in my Spinosaurus versus Allosaurus video, this battle is just unfair. Spinosaurus is just too big for the Allosaurus to deal with.
In Jurassic Park 3, the Spinosaurus beats the T-Rex. But let's not forget, this was a genetically modified InGen Spinosaurus. In real life, the T-Rex would have been likely victorious. Unless the Spinosaurus really did weigh 20 tons, as some sources suggest.
Which is absolutely ridiculous.
Anyway, Spinosaurus versus Allosaurus should be a more balanced and interesting fight. Allosaurus was a giant carnivore that lived 150 million years ago during the late Jurassic period. The name Allosaurus means different lizard. Spinosaurus, meaning spine lizard, needs no introduction.
And then this guy just proceeds to introduce a Spinosaurus. Okay. In every single time.
It lived in what is now North Africa during the Cretaceous period, around 100 million years ago. Okay, first some stats. Allosaurus, height 3.5 meters, length 8 to 10 meters.
Was the height of Allosaurus really that much? The tallest Allosaurus at head isn't even 3 meters.
Weight 1 to 2 tons. Bite force around 2,100 newtons. Speed 55 kilometers per hour.
That's just the maximum speed of the Allosaurus.
Diet Stegosaurus and large sauropods. Now onto the weapons of Allosaurus. Allosaurus had a sleek and agile body. Allosaurus possessed a very weak jaw, so weak in fact that a modern crocodile has a more powerful bite. But bite force is overrated. Allosaurus was a flesh grazer, which means it could take bites of flesh out of living sauropods, using its head like an axe.
Now, if I were to guess, this video was made quite a long time ago, back when the hatchet theory was still accepted. So I could say this one is outdated, was considered acceptable at its time and not a mistake.
Allosaurus had more powerful, functional arms, and may have used an attack like that of modern big cats.
But like, the Allosaurus anatomy is a whole lot different from lions, tigers, and whatnot.
Grasping the prey with the forelimbs, and then making multiple bites on the throat to crush the trachea. Okay, now onto the stats of Spinosaurus. Height 6.7 meters. Length 17 meters. Weight 7 to 9 tons.
Okay. Okay, there's a lot of wrong here. Height 4 meters, wasn't that tall. Length 16 meters, you said 17 meters. Weight 9 to 12 tons, you said 7 to 9 tons, which both of them are overestimates.
Or maybe 21 tons, but let's say 9. Bite force around 3,000 newtons. Speed probably around 35 kilometers per hour. Diet fish and small dinosaurs.
At this point, I shouldn't correct this guy. I think I reviewed him like 15 times.
Now onto the weapons of Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus possessed a massive body that could swim. He had a decent bite force at around 3 tons. Its tooth anatomy indicates that it was designed best for deep piercing, as opposed to ripping or slicing like Allosaurus.
Wasn't its conical teeth used for catching slippery prey?
It had long, strong arms with 18cm claws that could make cuts over 5 centimeters deep. Now onto the advantages of Allosaurus in this battle. It's true that Allosaurus likely had a weaker bite force, but the shape of the teeth, jaws, and attack style are also crucial elements. Allosaurus had jaws designed for hunting, while Spinosaurus's were designed for catching fish. Allosaurus would have a more effective bite regardless. Allosaurus also had more hunting experience.
Would that help against something several times bigger than the Allosaurus?
Paleontologists accept Allosaurus as an active predator of large animals. There's dramatic evidence for Allosaur attacks on Stegosaurus, including an Allosaur tail vertebra with a partially healed puncture wound that fits a Stegosaurus tail spike.
Also evidence that Stegosaurus used its Stegomizer to defend itself against predators.
Allosaurus also took down huge sauropods, albeit perhaps in groups. Okay, now onto the disadvantages of Allosaurus. While Allosaurus was much smaller and lighter than Spinosaurus.
And that is why it loses. It's just too small.
Allosaurus possessed powerful arms, but wouldn't be able to match the slashing power of Spinosaurus's arms.
Why would the Allosaurus use its arms anyway?
Which were deadly. Allosaurus would also have a disadvantage near water, as it was not a good swimmer.
Most dinosaurs would have been okay swimmers. Allosaurus is also included.
Okay, now onto the advantages of Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus had a few advantages over Allosaurus. He was larger, heavier, and more stable. Spinosaurus had large, powerful arms with large claws that could do some serious damage to Allosaurus. Spinosaurus was a better swimmer and could potentially drown Allosaurus by dragging him into the river. Okay, now onto the disadvantages of Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus may have had a strong bite force, according to some studies, but his teeth were conical and made for gripping slippery fish, not for tearing flesh.
Does it even matter if the Spinosaurus is several times bigger than the Allosaurus? I don't think it does.
Spinosaurus also had eyes on the sides of his head, limiting his vision. He had to fight some theropods like Carcharodontosaurus, but didn't possess nearly as much fighting skill as Allosaurus.
Thing is, Spinosaurus and Carcharodontosaurus rarely, if ever, fought each other. Allosaurus fought Stegosaurus, but didn't mean it fought theropods most of the time. Allosaurus, even if Allosaurus is hungry, when it sees a Spinosaurus, it'll just run away because the Spinosaurus is just too big.
He was born to kill. Spinosaurus also had the sail on his back that was fused to his backbone.
That myth is now considered false.
And if it got slammed into by Allosaurus, could potentially break his backbone, paralyzing him. Okay, let's fight. Allosaurus and Spinosaurus slowly circle each other. Allosaurus being the more aggressive dino.
This behavior is already completely unrealistic because the Allosaurus would see that the Spinosaurus, the posture and bizarre build, would just be too much for the Allosaurus to handle, and so the Allosaurus would just run away instead.
Rushes in for the kill. He tries to bite down on Spinosaurus, but quickly gets knocked back by his huge bulk, almost getting clawed to death. Allosaurus decides to change tactics and attacks from behind, delivering a slashing bite to Spino's leg. Spinosaurus whips around and slashes Allosaurus. It's a deep wound. Allosaurus manages to bite near Spinosaurus' neck, but it has little effect on the massive dino. Spinosaurus delivers a second slashing blow to Allosaurus.
Why does this Allosaurus remind me of the quote-unquote Nano-Tyrannosaurus from Jurassic Fight Club? It knows that it's going against something much bigger and much more dangerous than it already is, yet it decides to go after it as if it... Why is the Allosaurus such a kamikaze guy? It's not 1945, it's... I don't know when, because, like, Allosaurus and Spinosaurus did not coexist with each other, they lived in different time periods.
It's a mortal wound. Allosaurus collapses. Verdict: I reckon Spinosaurus would win 70% of the time.
70? More like 100%. Spino is too big.
It's simply too large for Allosaurus to handle, even if Allo has more hunting experience. But do not sleep on Allosaurus. Allosaurus was an apex predator, capable of taking down massive 50-ton sauropods.
No, it probably would have gone for juveniles. Otherwise, the Allosaurus would have just been instantly crushed.
And armored dinos like Stegosaurus. So Allosaurus might win a few times out of 10. So there you have it. What score would you give this battle? It's a pretty tricky one. And what dinosaur battle would you like to see next? Please let me know in the comments below. And I might make it. I already made a few, so I'm keeping my word. See that? Anyway, thank you for watching Mega Top 10s, and I'll see you later.
This is the end of the video. Honestly, I don't even know why this guy decided to give Allosaurus even a slight bit of fighting chance against something much bigger than it, but, you know, it's Mega Top 10s and good. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you all next one.